Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles, along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
Here live, 93.7 KKRO with our Mackey Motors post-game show. Had to get situated just for a little bit, but we are here. We're live. Gabe Obert from the Baird Crusaders joining us here on this post-game show. Gabe, great win here for tonight. Starting the season off 2-0. It must make you feel really great.
Yeah, it feels good. All the practice and hard work has finally come together. We got a great basis with our seniors. We got a good year ahead of us, and we're looking forward to it.
I'll tell you what, I think Payne Trinidad gave you guys a really good run in that first quarter, 15-11. I know, some new guys, some other guys that were kind of talking or coming back this season. What were some of those looks that you saw in that first half?
They were just playing really hard. They just played harder than us the first quarter is all. We didn't really communicate on defense like we'd like to. Just didn't play to our capabilities, and we corrected that second quarter, and we went from there.
What were some of those corrections that you guys made in that second quarter?
They did a lot of back cutting, so we just had to do a little more communication and helping off of that and just run the floor because I think we could beat them in transition, so that's what we did.
Really felt like you guys just overall were just synergizing really well. I don't think there was one guy that was dominating the ball game than the other. So what was kind of the game plan? Was that kind of the thing to just pass around and just kind of feel who was going, or what was sort of the game plan overall?
Coach says a great shot's better than a good shot. So we just keep making the open pass, getting the ball swung around, and whoever, feeling it, whoever has the better shot goes, and then we just go from there.
Halftime, of course, you guys brought in the lead. What was sort of the conversations in the locker room at halftime?
Meyer talked to us about just the first quarter and how he didn't really like our effort, so we just bumped that up, and he liked our effort the second quarter, and we just kept pushing it, and he liked that we just played so hard and played like we could.
What were some of those things in the second half you just did better?
I think we did a lot better just reading and sharing the ball a lot more, getting up and down the court, playing a lot better defense and communicating, and that helped us out a lot getting stops.
I know we mentioned it before we went on for the post-game show. Cam and Nita on Monday, You mentioned that a lot of their football players from that championship team now coming back for the basketball season. How do you kind of feel about that game on Monday?
They're pretty good athletes, some of the best in the state. If we could run with them and defend them, I think we could stick in the game, and that's just the game plan. We just got to run and defend like we know we can.
Absolutely right. Well, Gabe, appreciate you coming up for this show, and we'll catch you next time when we do one of your broadcasts.
All right, thank you, Tyler.
Absolutely. Once again, Gabe Obert joining us here on the post-game show. We'll switch around the microphones, and we will get Mr. Tanner Oswald if he can finagle his way in here. Here we go. Mr. Tanner Oswald joining us here on the post-game show. Tanner, great win for you guys here tonight. I believe you guys just did a really good job of synergizing together. You felt like you guys were communicating very well. What were some of the looks you thought went really well for you?
In the second half, we defended very well, and our offense is very dependent on our defense. We started off slow in the first quarter, but I think that's just because our defense wasn't where we wanted it to. But throughout the game, we improved defensively, and that turned into offensive points. So maybe we'll improve then.
Obviously, we talked about that first quarter, 15-11, not the start you wanted to go off with. So what was sort of the conversations in the group you had after the first quarter?
We just needed to communicate more on defense and rebound better and push the ball a little more, push the ball to the corners and play off that rather than slow the game down. We have 5 really athletic players on the court at all time, and so we think we can run and score transition-wise, but if that's after a defensive stop or a score. But we definitely needed to communicate a little better on defense and play defense a bit better.
Stats-wise, you got 4 guys in double digits. How do you feel the shooting went for you guys tonight?
It went pretty good. I don't think we shot the 3-ball as well as we would have hoped to, but we did hit a few. But our scoring wise, we think if we have 2-3 guys in double digits, we have a really good chance of winning a game due to our defensive end stepping up late through the game.
I do want to say this much. Easton Hayes is just a firecracker on the court. Man, he can go up and down. But all you guys just seemed like you were just playing with some intensity. I mean, getting up and down the court, passing really well, doing some plays. What was sort of the main strategy on offense? Looked like you guys were passing at one point, playing a little bit more conservative at some points. What was sort of the changes you made?
We just wanted to use our athleticism and get to the rim and score easy buckets or space the floor and dribble handoffs and get switches and matchups that we liked with Lance and Raiden down low and get help for shots along the outside because our four guys on the outside can drive it really well and Lance and Raiden on the inside can finish as well. So getting looks for them, forcing help and dumping off and shooting great shots.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got to ask, I saw a couple of the guys going for dunks. Can anyone dunk on the team quite yet?
Gabe and Raiden and Lance are pretty close. I'd like to say I'm close, but not.
Work in progress, right?
Exactly.
There we go. Of course, big question. Cam on Monday. A lot of those football players are on that team. What's sort of the first initial thoughts?
I think we can run with them. It'll be a good challenge. I think we played a great Stanton team on Monday, so I think we can get out and run with Cam and make it a game, and hopefully come out there with a win.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Tanner, thank you so much for coming on up. Congratulations on the win, and we'll hopefully catch up with you later.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Coach Cory Meyer joining us here on the post-game show. Coach, appreciate you coming up talking about this game. Great win for your team here tonight. 4 guys in double digits. Thought you guys played with some intensity. Of course, didn't start off right, so I want to see your opinion on that first quarter.
I just thought we lacked some effort, both on both ends, offense and defense. We're kind of a team, and when we're playing hard defensively, it kind of translates to the offensive end, and I thought we lacked some effort defensively early on. We just weren't real sharp, and that led to some struggles offensively too. And I thought in the second quarter we cranked up the ball pressure a little bit more, and we were just better help side defense, better communicators, all those little things.
I was going to say, I thought you guys took on some responsibility in that second quarter, really did a much better job. Where do you think you guys improved the most in that second quarter?
Want to and effort. We just kind of challenged them that, they face cut us on us like 4 times in that first quarter where they had a layup or they had a backdoor cut on us, and that's just not taking pride in what we do. And so we talk about that and we challenged them, and then they did a much better job in that second quarter.
Talking about some of the guys that just had an impact in this game, 4 guys with double digits: Easton Hayes, Gabe Obert, Tanner Oswald, Lance Claver, kind of some of the top guys to bring back this season. What was some of the conversations you had with them preseason? Were you looking to use them a lot more and utilize them in different ways, or what was kind of the idea there?
Well, all 4 of those guys are extremely athletic, and I thought Easton really came out in that first quarter and just provided a lot of energy defensively, which led to offensively. He got some shots in transition. I thought he came out of the gate really, really well, and the rest of those guys kind of started slow. Tanner's been shooting the ball really, really well. He missed some shots early. Gabe got going. We ran a backdoor play for him to try to get him going a little bit offensively. Lance is a hustler, and he gets his points just by getting offensive rebounds. We don't really we tried to run a couple set plays for him tonight, but based on how the defense was guarding, he chose not to shoot them. So those guys are extremely athletic. They rely sometimes on their athleticism too much. We're trying to make sure that they understand the game a little bit more too. But all 4 of those guys really stepped up from the second quarter on, I thought.
Absolutely, and great opportunity for some of the younger guys to get some opportunities to shoot too. Of course, Wyatt Oswald, big 3 for that guy. He actually got quite a few play moments as well. So talk to me about just putting him into the contest. Yeah,
Wyatt got to play some there at the end. I thought Parker Hayes come in and played really, really well in the second half. We scored 60-some points basically through 3 quarters. Our JV guys have to come in and play a little bit more under control. That's something we talked about. But I thought Raiden Doty was really, really good off the bench tonight. Came in and provided a lot of energy, especially on the glass for us.
Talk to me about Cam next Monday. Of course, most of their players are from that championship football team this season. Have you had the chance to see him at all, or what's sort of the thoughts behind him?
No, I haven't watched any tape on them this year. We can look a little bit at what they did last year. I know they got a new coach, so I'm sure they're going to run some different things. They're really athletic. As far as us being athletic, they're just as athletic. We've got to do a really good job on the boards because they're a little bit bigger inside than us. So we might have to make a little bit of adjustment there, but we can compete with them. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely right. Well, Coach, once again, thank you so much for coming on up, and we'll hopefully catch you down the road.
Thanks for